Alright, so a bit of an update in Thailand. Just going on the walk after morning training session. I've tried to tone it down this time while I'm here because my mum would like this actually. I think it really do think you get adrenal failure when you're training 3-4 times a day, and it's not good. So I've started doing, I'm still doing 3 a day, but kind of more lighter stuff, and I'm trying to do a bit of walking and stuff. So this is about 11:30 today, and this is over near the dam in Geelong. Can't really see through there, but they're just fixing up one of the roads over here. Apparently the side of the road collapsed in a while ago, and as much as I love Thailand, I think the infrastructure is not necessarily the best, and they can bang up private homes and buildings and stuff real quick, but it seems to be the road infrastructure and shit isn't the best. But when I used to go up north in Pai, they actually were the best. They're the best roads in all of Thailand that I've seen. You can probably see down there a bit now. That's where the bridge, not the bridge, but the side of the road collapsed apparently. So anyway, I've been talking about this flip for a few years, and it's happening now. You can see it, you're seeing it in real time with these executive orders that Trump's put in, and they're time-stamped with a lot of them. I don't know if people remember, he actually put in this executive order in 2017 into election interference, and that actually wasn't kept. So that's part of the whole thing around the 2020 election fraud, was that all 17 intelligence agencies have to submit a report within, I think it's within 40 days of the election, which is November. So they have to be submitted by, I think it's before January 6th time. And that was a lot why Trump didn't concede. And what that was about was the reports weren't done by the intelligence agencies, or they weren't done in full. And they actually said that there was foreign interference, but the amount they couldn't say would flip the election. And that's what, going off the intelligence agencies. But so these ones, I think they got 180 days for the JFK one. And again, not defending Trump, but people would go, oh, he's a Zionist. I think there's I think that's far too simple approach. If now, of course, on the surface level, yes, we know, funded by Sheldon Adelson, went to the Wailing Wall, made Jerusalem the capital, which is probably the most provocative thing he did, declared the Golan Heights part of Israel that was stolen in the 6-Day War. And not only stolen, but in that war, that was when they bombed the USS Liberty. So they're absolutely an enemy to the United States, and Trump would know this. But then he's doing stuff like going against the Fed, and he's done an executive order saying that there'll be no central bank digital currencies, but then saying that he's going to have a crypto, or they haven't officially said that there's going to be a crypto strategic reserve, but he said that he's going to make America the crypto capital of the world. And there is theories saying that if they knew that the pump was going to come up, and this is what supposedly they say around Bitcoin, that Bitcoin was an intelligence agency creation. I would say most of the other, not most of the other, but the big ones too. That was meant to hit $1 million or $2 million and then drop it all, and it was going to take out a lot of people. And this was fucking so, but that's the whole thing with Ripple coming in now too, and the strategic reserve, if it flies up, you can pay off the Fed in one hit and get rid of the entire US national debt, which is 34 trillion or whatever at the moment. Now, this could be wishful thinking, and I think it's almost like a bit too obvious, but it seems like there's something else at play. But the point I wanted to bring up around the flip is, just got some Thai lads over here in the back of the ute. Thing about the flip, you see it now, there you go, is just been through editing this video, and I forgot to add that Remedy Collective is doing another 6-month homeopathy course called Welcome to the Revolution. Now, I did this last year, and like would highly recommend. I know a heap of other people that have done it, and there are people that have now gone on to do the 2-year course. Now, you're like, this course, you're working, I think, with like some of the best homeopaths in the world, and like they really are, like, it's in the title, like, as far as the revolution. And like, if you're seeing like some of the stuff that I'm talking about here on like this flip, it is absolutely going back to natural medicines and really understanding the body as a whole, and I think homeopathy, unlike anything else, really touches on the quantum level and everything that I speak about, like fractal realities and like these patterns that are built into nature, and even like things how like the Fibonacci works and stuff like that. Like, it makes a lot of sense with homeopathy and how it actually, how like healing can heal on the different layers, and how these remedies actually work with that. So like, I would highly recommend this to anyone, particularly if you're talking about like freedom. Like, a big part of that is health. And the whole point of this is to like teach you, and the whole point Melissa has been doing these homeopathy courses, and now the 2-year course, is to basically, she was so busy with, she couldn't keep up with the amount of people that have that are seeking out homeopathy, and like particular stuff she's done with fertility. Like I've mentioned before, people I know that have gone to her that could not get pregnant, that were basically a 0 chance of getting pregnant, and then have got pregnant, right? And she wanted to impart this knowledge onto other people so people could become their own homeopaths, and people could take self-responsibility for their own health and their own family's health. So the reason I'm saying this is, if you it starts in March, and if you want to do the course, the 6-month homeopathy Welcome to the Revolution course, you can use my discount code. So the discount code is just Dale. I think you get 15% off, and I think it's already marked out anyway. So yeah, highly recommend doing this. And like, honestly, like Melissa is, I don't know, like she is just unbelievable. If you've ever met anyone that is more radiant and beautiful than that woman, and everything that she is comes through in her course, and it's absolutely, it's unbelievable. Even like the community of people that she's created and everything else that she's doing, like, it really is like, these are some of the people that are opening the door for a whole new world of health and everything. It's happening everywhere in society, but these are the people that are really pushing it forward. And then if you look at people like Robert Kennedy and stuff, that these people are coming in now, and people question people, stuff like that, and I say, like, fucking rejoice, like some of the good things that's already starting to take place around health, and we're going to see like a reclaiming of people's health, and I think it's unbelievable. So, but the thing is, we have created that. People like Melissa and other people that were so vocal and weren't waiting for things to change before they took the first step. Like, she has someone that is created, and then the rest of the world is just having to come along. So people like Kennedy and all these new things that are happening now too, it is actually people like Melissa that have created that. So like, if you want to be a part of that, part of this, you know, whole new world of health and like self-responsibility, and like taking ownership for your own health and your own family, like, this is definitely the course for you. Like, you won't regret it. So yeah, if you want to, I'll leave a link in here that you can sign up for a course, and you'll get a discount if you use the code Dale. So yeah, get on board. So this is like when you're on the winning streak. So think to movies, and I like to do Happy Gilmore is a great one, because it shows this story perfectly, because it's represented in a montage. And obviously, like, the Rocky movies are the most well known for this montage. And if you watch all the Rocky movies, he goes through this process, and then eventually, like, he doesn't think he's going to be able to do it, or there's some kind of tragedy within the story, and then he picks himself up off his feet, and within the span of like a couple of minutes, where they play fucking Eye of the Tiger, like in the fourth one, or whatever other song montage it might be, they show the process of all the wins, but all the wins are happening very, very quick, and that's purposely displayed in the movie in a montage to show this rapid, quick acceleration as the hero starts to climb back up to the return. And so if you're looking at this point now the hero comes back. Now, whether you think Trump's a hero or not, in this global political story, he's playing that role of the hero. And he's, like I've said before, had Trump started his journey, and he says it all the time, when he went down the escalator. And that was very purposeful. The reason he'd done that was he was descending in. He was making his descent. He took the leap of faith. He crossed the threshold and he entered into the unknown world of politics. He had his time, he had his hiatus out. And this is what when the hero goes into exile. So think like Simba when his father is killed. And then what happens to Simba? He runs away. He goes into hiatus until he comes back to avenge his father and bring justice. Think of Aragorn in Lord of the Rings, where he was meant to be the king, but he couldn't take on that responsibility. So what did he do? He ran off and he hid until the hobbits found him in the bar. And then near the end, he eventually takes the throne. Think of The Dark Knight Rises, where they think Batman's gone. So he was like the vigilante savior in the city. So many hallmarks of Trump, right? Of like Gotham being New York. Bruce Wayne's like this billionaire in New York, but like behind the scenes, he's this other guy. You got to go watch that movie, man. How they empty all the prisons to start an underground army in the US, and they actually bomb the infrastructure, and it all comes down to a nuclear threat attack over Gotham, which is like New York, and I think that's on the cards. And the amount of times Trump said you can't say the N-word and all this is what it's building to. And this is what I actually believe, that the whole like technological revolution and the new energy that's going to come out is going to come through a weapon of war. That's how the disclosure will come into the public. Because how do you bring forth this technology? And Trump's also said they're doing like an Iron Dome, like Israel's got, right? So like the defense of the US, and this is what they're talking about, like taking Greenland and all this. He's saying that it's for national security purposes. So that whatever it is, I don't know what it's going to be, but there's going to be some threat to the United States. I think it's going to be a nuclear weapon or a unknown weapon, an unknown technology. And then what will happen is, due to this unknown technology, that's going to be a disclosure to the public that this technology exists. And then we need to have certain technologies to counteract this. And you're seeing now too with like this 500 billion being put into the Stargate and AI infrastructure within the US, another 600 billion from Saudi Arabia investment in the US. I've said this for like years now, America is going to boom beyond belief. But if you go back to the hero's journey stuff again too, now they are building, so it's going win. So all these real quick wins. Now in the story, if we're following the story, and if this is what's going to happen, if it's following the blueprint, it's win. So think of Happy Gilmore. Go back to Happy Gilmore again. So Happy Gilmore, the lowest point in there is when he gets kicked off the tour, right? So his whole goal is to win enough money that he can buy back his grandmother's house. And so anyway, he gets kicked off the tour, so it seems all is lost. That's his Dark Knight moment. And then with the montage that happens in the Happy Gilmore movie, is it's like they start playing can't remember what it is, but they start playing a song, and he's just win. So he's winning all these tournaments. And it looks like, so the hero goes from it's completely unattainable, cannot reach a goal, to there's a glimmer of hope, something comes out of nowhere. And this would be the equivalent of the election win. And then from there, and then it's win. All these wins, right? You can see what's happening. Everything's being flipped back, and then bang. something stops it. So in Happy Gilmore, he's winning all these tournaments. Then he gets to the last one. He has to beat Shooter, and he puts it all on the line. And then so what's happening is he's doing really well. He's winning. And then a car comes along, someone that Shooter has paid to take out Happy Gilmore. And what he does is he runs over him. And then because he runs over him, Happy loses all his power. And when he loses all his power, he can't, because he's good, because he's got this long drive. So he's taken away his greatest asset, which is his ability to drive the ball. Fuck, I think I'm not going to be able to go through this way now. So doing roadworks here. I might have to go back. Damn it. Anyway, so yeah, he's having all these wins. Then he gets taken out. So there's the boom, right? So if you think of Happy Gilmore at the moment, Trump's like at this period where it's like win, win, win. He's winning all these tournaments, and then bang, something stops it. And then from that point on, it looks like the hero was getting so close, something stopped it, and now it's the last hurdle. It's impossible, right? But this is what the flip is. So the flip is when everything that was being done is reversed in the story. And the best one I've told you about before is the Book of Esther in the Bible. And there's actually I've mentioned it many times, but there's actually a cartoon where you can see that this part of the story is then reversed here. This part of the story, and there's like 8 different things that are completely reversed. And so in the Happy Gilmore one, this is why it's such a good representation of this, is the golf buggy that was used to take Happy Gilmore out to make sure that he wouldn't achieve his goal. And for the time it looked like it would. And then it's blocking the golf green. And they say, well, you got to take the putt, you got to take it as it lies. So it's again a repeat of the earlier part of the story where Shooter McGavin had to take the putt where it lied. So you see this reversal here. Now you've got to take the putt where it lied, right? So what happens is he uses the very tool that was used to destroy him to win. And what he does is he looks and he hits the ball onto the buggy. So the buggy is very important here because the buggy was being used to destroy him. So the very thing being used to destroy him, he will use to achieve his goal. And that's what he does. He hits it into the buggy, and they show you in here, this is also a very important part of the story, is this could not be done by the individual. There had to be a form of divine intervention that occurred. And you can see this where this ball jumps around everywhere. It's like a 1 in a billion chance that it's going to go in. But how you know, how the writers of Happy Gilmore have put this into the story is the ball eventually pops out after bouncing around everywhere, showing the possibilities of all the way that the ball could go. And then what happens? It rolls perfectly into the hole. And when it rolls into the hole, I only noticed this last year when I watched this scene again, he goes, "Oh my God." And I think that is very, very deliberately put in by the writer. But by him saying, "Oh my God," he's saying that it wasn't just him. He believed in himself, but he believed in something else higher, right?
Great, now I have a stinking tower blocking my ball.
Don't worry about it. We'll get this cleaned up and you'll finish tomorrow. Right, Doug?
No, he has to hit it now. He has to play the ball as it lies. No, I did it off Frankenstein's fat foot, remember? Those are the rules. I didn't write them.
I'm afraid he's right. Take a shot, Mr. Gilmore.
Chubbs, I know you're gonna help me with this one.
A divine intervention, and I feel that is absolutely going to be part of this story. So Trump's in this winning process, and I'll get to Trump in a bit to go, "Oh, fuck Trump." Like, just have a look at what's happening. Just observe what's happening, all right? We're at this point in the story. It's win, 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 win. It's not gonna last forever. It's going to be something to disrupt it. But the disruptor is going to bring forth a moment, whether it be manipulated or real, of divine intervention. And it has to look at that last point, that last hurdle. It's like the belly of the whale, but it's the belly of the whale repeated, because the stories are fractal. And then from that point on, then there is success and the journey, the continuous journey. So that's just how I see it. Now, if you look at the JFK thing too, there's been lots in it, and I think that the JFK assassination was so complex, so well planned out. It's a work of mastery, that hit job, and they're all linked. And this is why he said, so he's released JFK, he's going to release JFK, RFK, and Martin Luther King. Now, all those three are related. They were all killed by the exact same hit team. And that hit team was Operation 40, which was a bunch of Cuban exiles and others that were brought up by the CIA, funded by George Bush Sr., and set up by Richard Nixon to bring these up. And they were supposed to be a counteracting force against communism to take out Castro and others. But they're all linked. And actually, if you look at the Robert Kennedy assassination, the Robert Kennedy assassin died in the Philippines like 2 years ago, and Robert Kennedy talks about this, Robert Kennedy Jr. I mean, there's more bullets found that was held in the gun. But who did they blame for Robert Kennedy assassination? Sirhan, Palestinian, right? And that automatically tells you Mossad's hands on it. But they say with JFK too that he wanted to register AIPAC as a foreign agency, right? Or what do you call them? A foreign whatever. And that is one of the reasons. There's so many reasons around Kennedy, but there is an Israeli connection. Now, Trump has played the role, at least on the surface level, of giving Israel everything they want. But also, when Trump was in, we saw a period of somewhat peace. I wouldn't say peace, but a period where, they weren't mowing the lawn in Palestine, so to speak. And the last big one before Trump left, before Trump's 4 years, was 2014. Oh, sorry, there's 2014, 2018. So actually there was one, 2018. But that was kind of the last one while Trump was in. And on the surface, he's absolutely been a whore to Israel. But I've always wondered, I'm like, okay, how are you going to maintain a population and a populist president that is going to have the support of the people? Because what is a populist? A populist is someone who has the support of the people, the support of the average man against the establishment. Now, people of left and right have finally woken up to what Israel is, and they're turned on them. So there's no way, unless they're going to oust Trump and put someone else in. I don't think that's possible, because they've built up so much momentum with this guy. So he has to turn on Israel. He has to keep public support, even if it was just for that, to keep public support. And to be a populist, you have to do what the populace wants, which is like, we do not want another fucking war with Israel. And what a great way it would be to turn on Israel if he said, look, I haven't seen the JFK assassination documents, I haven't seen the RFK ones, I haven't seen Martin Luther King, and then it shows Israel's hands on it. Yeah, and then Trump can go, oh, fuck, like, I didn't know. And now, with this new information about what Israel's been doing covertly and Mossad, we're going to have to rethink all the money that we're giving to this country, right? And then also, and the 9/11 report, he spoke about the 9/11 report. I mean, it was Israel. It's fucking everything from, like, Project in the New American Century to everything, even like the Port Authority, to the smelting iron places and stuff. Every single one of them were Mossad fronts. And, even like there's Israeli artists and stuff that that worked inside the towers, and the ownership of Larry Silverstein and Frank Lowy, and I mean, like, you can go on forever. Everyone knows it's Israel. Everyone. But there's been suggestions and talk within the 9/11 report, the stuff that they're hiding is Saudi. But then that also links who is Saudi. And this is what David Icke talks about in his books about the Sabbateans and the British Royals, how they went in and brought in this Wahhabist sect into the Muslim world. And what they actually are is they are Khazarian Jews too. So anyway, I just think that energy of the flip is happening. You can see it. And what it is like, it's just the momentum and energy of the universe. It's how it works. It's going to ebb and flow, always. And there was a term I heard used, as soon as Trump came in, actually, like within that day, all the woke stuff, it kind of became acceptable to completely trash against it. And that's an expression of that energy being flipped. And what they were saying is they were using the term peak wokeness. So woke has hit its peak. And what's the peak? It's the bottom of or the top of the sine wave before it flips in the other direction. So that's exactly what it is. It's perfect. Exactly how I've been trying to explain it. See how this is. Oh, anyway. I'm a bit knackered. Pity I can't show you the dam. But anyway, I do love Thailand. I really do. I've had to toss up whether I move here or not too, and I really don't think it's viable unless I got a job at the school. And I've become so much of a bum that I don't know if I could do full-time work anymore, which is fucking pathetic, because I know people have like difficult and stressful lives, and yeah, I don't know. I think I'm a bit of an avoidance person or something like that. I've had thought about that. I'm like, am I just doing escapism over here? And I think it feels like a percentile, though. Maybe like 20%. But then part of it is like, okay, well, I'm just fucking living. I think I'm just over here living without any fucking judgment, or I guess like I get, you do need purpose in life. And I think like the constant coming over here, and I think that's actually what the training's about. It's like, it actually gives me purpose. It's not just a time killer. And what I've been doing this time is I've been doing this high rocks training. I don't know if anyone's heard of that, but it's like I've got like really strong before this. Like I'm really strong on the core, really strong on my shoulders and stuff at the moment. I'm still trying to get stronger there, but I've been doing these high rocks classes, so it's like they're fucking like really intense. You do like an exercise and you run 500 meters. Then you do another one, you run 500 meters. Then another one, run 500 meters. And a lot of the other exercises in between are like running ones as well too. And I've realized like my aerobic capacity and my endurance is like really poor. And you don't notice it without that type of conditioning. But I've started getting a little bit better, and I've realized like a lot of like the stuff I was getting to in fitness is like really shaped around like body image and like how you look. Like you can look in the mirror and go, oh yeah, fuck, I look fit. But then like this has kind of humbled me a little bit, because I've realized I'm not very fit at all. And I probably haven't been since I stopped playing football, because it's like that different type of fitness. Like I remember when you got really fit playing footy, it was such a great feeling being able to like run out a game, and like knowing like when you get into the third quarter and you still got like heaps of juice in the tank. And it takes a lot of work to get to that point. Like it's not something short, and I think that's a good thing I enjoy about exercise too, is it's like this, it's a slow progression. It's a bit like the hero's journey too, right? Because there's knocks and bumps and stuff along the way, and sometimes you go 2 forward, 1 back and all that kind of thing, but it's like a slow progression. It's like climbing a mountain, right? You can drive up to the top and have a look, but it's not the same satisfaction as the journey of actually climbing the mountain and the effort that it took. So, and that's what Chris's movie is about. He said it's called Anavasi, which means the ascent, which is up and down too, right? So it really just means a journey. And speaking about that, Chris is coming to our talk in Bendigo. I asked him if he wanted to speak, and he said no. But we're gonna air a little part of his documentary. So yeah, I am doing the talk in Bendigo on March 15th, and what I'm going to do is the first probably hour and a half I'm going to kind of dedicate to Bendigo and Victoria, And I guess some of it is like pointing out a lot of the agenda and stuff like that, but too, I really want to highlight like the importance of that area, not just Bendigo, but Victoria and then Australia, because they're all minor fractals. And I've probably fucking been part of like giving Bendigo a bad name, and like I shouldn't, because it's actually it's a good place. It's I guess it's somewhere that I grew up and that I know pretty well, and I guess that's why I want to talk about it too. So if you can come March 15th and Sunday, we're going to do a walking tour around all the places that I spoke about on the Saturday. So yeah, come along if you can. I'll leave the ticket link under here if you want to see. So alright, see ya. Let's go. Here we are. Bendigo.
Here we are. Bendigo. We're going to Bendigo.
Can they represent any part of the polarity? But this is like the left brain talking to the right brain. The father is the left brain. Bastion is the right brain.
The seven's like the gateway. So they literally are living in another world while they're in this world.
This process, the hero's done everything hard, but the hardest bit's going home.
Yeah, everybody, where you see me come, so wanna pull me up at them, I touchdown. It's ready for get on board. How about the music, man? How about the music, Mr. Taxi Driver? Go on, man. Come up on the street in Thailand, in Bangkok, yeah.
ผมรักเมืองไทยแล้วมาอยู่เมืองไทยหลายปีผมรักเมืองไทยแล้วมาอยู่เมืองไทยแล้วก็ตั้งนานหลายปีติดอกชอบใจสาวเมืองไทยเนี่ยก็ดูสวยดีชอบไปเที่ยวพัทยาเดินไปเดินมาเจอแต่ของดีๆไทยแลนด์แลนด์ออฟสมัยฝรั่งชอบใจ very happy ชอบตุกชอบเที่ยววัดติดใจแล้วครับไม่อยากกลับแล้วสิชอบตุกชอบเที่ยววัดติดใจแล้วครับไม่อยากกลับแล้วสิชาและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยและสนุกสุขีและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยชาและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยและสนุกสุขีและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยชาและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยและสนุกสุขีและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยชาและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยและสนุกสุขีและไม่อยู่เมืองไทย
That's what I'm talking about. Bump the song, yeah, brother.
ผมรักเมืองไทยแล้วมาอยู่เมืองไทยหลายปีผมรักเมืองไทยแล้วมาอยู่เมืองไทยแล้วก็ตั้งนานหลายปีเช้านี้นึกคลึงใจอยากเช่ามอไซค์แล้วไปเที่ยวกระบี่อันดามันละช่างน่าสนใจฝรั่งบอกอย่าไปนะ I want to see พอมาถึงฝรั่งตกใจเฮ้ยส้มตำไทยแล้วมันแซ่บอีหลีฝรั่งบอกสบายไม่พรือร้อยดีชอบกองงันชอบลันตาเช้าเรือดีว่ารังบอกข้าวที่ชอบกองงันชอบลันตาเช้าเรือดีว่ารังบอกข้าวที่เจ้าเลยนี่แหละครับเมืองไทยฝรั่งบอกตกใจแค่ของสบายเจ้าเลยนี่แหละครับเมืองกรุงถ้าเด็กชอบหลอกลุงลุงบอกจะทำยังไงเที่ยวเลยเสรีดีจังขนาดพอไม่มีกระตังก็ยังชอบกระจุยกระจายเจ้าเลยมาอยู่เมืองไทยกับเจ้าเลย
I want to go to Thailand. I want to shop in Thailand. I want to walk up in the mall and meet them girl in Siam. I want to go to Thailand. I want to shop in Thailand. I want to go up on the beach and put my feet on the sand. Wow! Where the beach them? Show me the taxi them. Which way we go? Ooh! I wanna see where you are, show me. Yeah.
งานเข้าฝรั่งละเสียพาสปอร์ตที่มีเฮ้ยมันหายไปไหนผลิตไทยแล้วเขาว่าใจดีตามคืนให้ที ได้ไหม ไม่เกินนะ3 วัน 7 วันพาสปอร์ตไปนั้นนะกลับมาได้ไง คนไทยเนี่ยเขาว่าสุดยอด เมืองไทยเนี่ยเขาว่าสุดยอดจะเข้าจะออกกันรู้สึกปลอดภัยฉันเลยไม่อยู่เมืองไทยและสนุกสุขีและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยฉันเลยไม่อยู่เมืองไทยและสนุกสุขีและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยฉันเลยไม่อยู่เมืองไทยและสนุกสุขีและไม่อยู่เมืองไทยฉันเลยไม่อยู่เมืองไทยและสนุกสุขีและไม่อยู่เมืองไทย
Enjoy myself. I like it.
Welcome to Thailand สู่ดินแดนสุขีหลายเชื้อหลายชาตินี่แหละดินแดนเสรี
I like
ไม่ว่า
it.
มีหรือไม่มีเรามาเที่ยวกันได้อะไรก็ได้อะไรก็ได้นี่แหละเมืองไทย
I like it.
Welcome to Thailand สู่ดินแดนสุขีหลายเชื้อหลายชาตินี่แหละดินแดนเสรี
I like
ไม่ว่า
it.
มีหรือไม่มีเรามาเที่ยวกันได้อะไรก็ได้อะไรก็ได้นี่แหละเมืองไทย ผมรักเมืองไทยแล้วมาอยู่เมืองไทยหลายปีหลายปี ผมรักเมืองไทยแล้วมาอยู่เมืองไทยแล้วก็ตั้งนานหลายปี ผมรักเมืองไทยแล้วมาอยู่เมืองไทยหลายปีหลายปี ผมรักเมืองไทยแล้วมาอยู่เมืองไทยแล้วก็ตั้งนานหลายปียาวอยู่ยาวๆไปเลย
Man, I can't wait to come back again, you know. Thank you for showing me everything. Thanks for showing me such a good time. Yes, sir. Wow. And when you see me come back again, me telling all my friends, you know, come to Thailand. We have plenty friends here, you know. See many things, see many people, and plenty of shopping. Blood clot.